Hello everyone, CamBevRun here, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. I built an entire deck so I can make a pun, so we're doing that today. So this is basically a Boros Kor equipment deck. So every creature in this deck is a core, and it's got equipment and Nahiri to bolster it. I'm assuming that Nahiri is a core. And then I've named the deck Core BLIMEY, because that's the pun I'm making, and this is the entire reason this deck exists. But actually, I think it'll do quite well. So we've got 3 copies of Kitesail Cleric, a core Cleric with flying, and when it's kicked, it taps up to 2 target creatures. 3 copies of Shadow Spear, so we have a to give creatures trample and lifelink. We got 3 copies of Expedition Healer, so long as I control another Cleric. Expedition Healer has lifelink. 4 copies of Core Blade Master, Double Strike, and Equipped Warriors I control have Double Strike, so hopefully we can get a lot of creatures to equip. With equipped with artifacts, so that we can have a lot of Double Strike on the field. 2 copies of... I've only got 2 copies of this card, but I've got 2 copies of Rally the Ranks. So that we can choose Core as a creature type, and everybody gets +1/+1. 3 copies of Skyclave Cleric, so it also fixes a little bit of mana if necessary. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 2 life. 3 copies of Relic Axe. When it enters the battlefield, I can attach it to target creature I control. The equipped creature gets +1/+1. If it's a warrior, it gets +2/+1. We do have quite a few warriors in this deck, so that should be helpful. We got 3 copies of Maul of the Skyclaves. Very, very good card. Creatures gain +2, has flying and first strike, and it can equip straight away. 3 copies of Kiri Fearless Voyager, another core warrior. Obviously, everything in the deck is core. Whenever you attack a player with 1 or more equipped creatures, draw a card, and I can, for 1 white mana, I can unattach equipment from creature I control. If I do, I can tap that creature and it gains indestructible until the end of the turn. So if we need to save our creatures, we can unattach their equipment and then give them indestructible. 3 copies of Skyclave Apparition. Obviously, when it enters the battlefield, it exiles up 1 target. Yeah, I can exile my opponent's creatures with 4 costs or less. When it dies, my opponent creates an illusion. So 3 copies of Squad Commander. When it enters the battlefield, I can create a 1/1 white core warrior for each creature in my party. I'm probably not going to be able to use the effect. I didn't want to put Stonework Pack Beast in, but at least I can get up to 2 creatures, and I can equip them both. We got 3 copies of Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients, so I can create a 1/1 white core warrior creature token. I can attach an equipment to it. I can look at the top 6 card in my library. I can reveal a warrior equipment card from among them, put it into my hand, and put the rest on the bottom of my library in random order. And then, for -3, Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients deals damage to creature or planeswalker equal to twice the number of equipments I control. I don't know I'll be using that. I think I'll just be creating core warriors and shoving equipment onto them. And then, of course, we got MtGA, because I'm just going to finish it off by playing the big smash sword that can break through with Double Strike and Trample. So it's quite an aggressive deck. There are some things like putting in Squad Commander where I'm probably not going to be able to use the full effect. Then eventually the idea is we play a load of Core Blade Masters and we get as many creatures equipped as possible, and we completely overrun our opponent. So anyway, we're going to go into the play queue because I'm not entirely sure how this deck will perform. Seems pretty solid, but we'll have to see how it goes. After all, I'm literally just building this deck so I can make a pun. So we'll just see how we do. Yeah, it's fine for a first game. Pretty good, actually. Try and drop a Kiri Fearless Warrior before Maul of the Skyclaves. So we've got a mulligan there. I can't believe I built an entire deck just so I can make a pun. Come on, hello bear. I do that at least once per video now. Because why not? Gonna be a bit of a dick on that one. Yeah, definitely try and get a Kiri down first. Okay. Cool first strike for a reason. suddenly realizes. Right. Taking that. Just plays another one. I mean, fair enough. Another land off the top and that'd be perfect. I think I basically won next turn. I can just play Relic Axe. And what's the equip cost on this? 4. Yeah, I mean, I basically won. I think. I hope. Bold claim, but... I mean, I've still won. I've got 5 in the air and you've got 3. Unless he's got a ram through. There we go. There you go. And Ember Scoop in for toe. There we go. Normally they scoop the men, you can pull that Ember Cleave, but it wasn't to be. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game. You know what, I'm going to do a massive risk, and we're going to keep this hand. So we'll start with the Needle version. We'll just, like, if we need the extra land, we'll just play the Skyclave Clerics. I'll probably play, actually, if I play the first one as a Skyclave Basilica, that should get away with it. That'll be fine. Opponent's still making a decision. Wave. He's a nice bear. So, we've got Basilica down, we'll play Skyclave Cleric next. And hopefully I can just nick anything else he plays with Skyclave Apparition. I mean, I get another red mana and I've got an Ember Cleave and I'm laughing. There we go. Now, will this last on the battlefield? That's the real question. Okay, thanks, bye. So next time I'm going to play Rally of the Ranks and the other Skyclave Cleric and then just roll them with Ember Cleave. I'm assuming they'll remove Skyclave Apparition. No, they're just going to play another one. Fair enough. Ooh. Right then. Core. BLIMEY. Thought he might just take the hit. Take that damage. I'm going to use Cold Death Dweller for 1. That would be a bit silly. If he's working out whether he can actually take the damage, I've got some bad news for him. With that. Right. I'm vulnerable to an extinction event here. Or any kind of, like, serious removal. There we go. Boom. Didn't even need to re-equip Damocles. We just simply tap that creatures with Kai'Sail Cleric. Fantastic. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game then. This hand is way too slow. That's better. I'll put back one of the Expedition Healers. I'm assuming he's probably got a pump spell so we can, yeah. Oh, he's got 2. Brilliant. Let's get crit 2, okay. Okay, so it looks like it's just mono white aggro then. So, I'm sure we might be able to get away with... Oh, come on. Let's quit Warriors, isn't it? That may put a spanner in the works. It literally doesn't matter what they play, I'm just taking all their stuff. I mean, they could Doomsky here and get a... Right. So we get the thing in there. I'm actually assuming that that's Doomscar. So, we'll equip here. Get a ton of life in, and there we go. Huh. I didn't realize they reprinted Revitalize.
Return to its ancient glory. My wrath is as sharp as my blade.
So I'm gonna have to block with the core Blade Master here, because otherwise I'll lose Nahiri, and I really don't need to lose Nahiri right now. Yep, and they're done. I think I've won anyway, so... Yep. Goodbye. That was fun. You know, it's 1-3 on the bounce, so we'll play the last game in ranked. This doesn't seem so bad. I can drop a Skyclave Cleric, try and get Rally the ranks in. Using Kiri. Oh wow, look at that. Nice. Nice portal. Smack for 1 damage. So we got Squad Commander as well. If I can get... Yeah. Get another land off the top, play Expedient Healer and rally the ranks and start going in on him. And then just play Squad Commander next turn. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Angels. Cool. Do some damage. More rally. Right, but I don't have any, I'm going to lose Akiri here, which is... I can... Oh. Oh, interesting. Doomsguy here would actually be fucking hilarious, just to clear this board. Because I can play another Rally of the Ranks next turn. I think the Rampage of the Valkyries here might be a bit... Might be the kind of, like, end game of it. That makes sense. Because I get the thing, like, if they can keep playing Valkyries every turn... I'd say that could cost you. Because if they use the boast on that, I can just get rid of Core Blade Master and then just swing in. Really need an equipment off the top. I might just get out pressured by Rampage of the Valkyries here. Because I've kind of had to burn up my whole hand just to make sure I don't... Damn it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done here. Unfortunately, they've used Rampage of the Valkyries to kind of turn the game for them. Yeah, the ability wouldn't work. But yeah, I think it kind of turned the game for them, especially because they were able to get Eradicated Valkyrie as well. Actually, I looked at Eradicated Valkyrie for my Halls of Angels deck, but I didn't have the wild cards, which was somewhat unfortunate. But unfortunately, we're going to have to call it there. What am I looking for? Yeah, that's kind of a shame. But yeah, so I took it into ranked. It didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped, so we don't go straight back to Gold Tier 2, because I'd won quite a few games to get up there. But I think it just got out pressured by Rampage of the Valkyries, but I gave it a go. But we'll talk more about it on the outset. So for a deck I made as kind of just an excuse to make a pun, I actually thought this deck did quite well. Certainly in play queue, I think the only issue kind of with it is that you do need to consistently curve into the equipment cards. If you don't curve into those, you could end up facing problems, because a lot of the creatures are quite low power toughness, so you do need the brain. You need the equipment to make them stronger, otherwise you are going to suffer. I think also the fact that there's only about Core Blade Master, Akira Fearless Voyager that are actually warriors. So the full effect of Core Blade Master, unless you can get Squad Commander and... Oh, Squad Commander is also a warrior, of course. But unless you can get the full effect of Nahiri and Squad Commander, you're kind of going to be a bit stuffed on Core Blade Master's effect. But it did work quite well, being able to, as long as it gets the equipment, then you can massively power up your creatures, slap down, rally the ranks, and you've basically got big creatures that can either fly over your opponent, gain life, or gain life or trample through, or just simply be stronger. It's, I think it is quite a fun deck to play queue. You could probably take it in the standard event. I think you would have to like tweak it for, say, ranked a bit. Probably put in a stronger equipment. Maybe even just stick with warriors. But I think it is quite a fun deck for a joke. Like, I literally just did it just so I named the deck Core BLIMEY. Core BLIMEY. Governor. But, yeah, I thought this was quite fun. I think I actually did better than what I thought it would. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, you can always subscribe. Do check me out on Twitch or Twitter. I did say I was going to stream last Friday, and then I kind of just lost the motivation to do it. I do apologise for that. I keep saying we're going to try and get back into streaming, and I do intend to do it at some point. But it's about trying to get the time zones and the motivation, and there's a couple of things going on that side of YouTube now that are kind of a bit of a challenge. But we'll just have to see how well I can get back into it. But anyway, I've been Canberra Run, and thank you for watching.